So welcome back to obviously Fight Talk, and you're now joining us in Referee's Corner with the gentleman, the beautiful Daniel Movahedi. So Dan, welcome along to your Referee's Corner.
Good evening, James. Thank you very much.
How are you, Daniel?
Thanks for having me back. I'm good.
Did you enjoy the snow this week in London?
No, it was good. It was good. The kids had a couple of days off school as well, so it was nice to spend a bit of time with them. So
that's the right answer.
What a dad.
That is the right answer.
What I learned about the snow is I really hate my child. Not only like I love him as a child, but just the amount of washing just kept coming in with like wet, cold clothes. Going, Dad, I need new clothes. Putting on a new tracksuit, new top, going out. And I literally washed about 7 different tracksuits.
Also, I realised how much people love bread.
Yeah,
man, people love bread.
Was that a big thing in the UK? Bread? Was there a?
No, milk I think was the big one, and petrol.
Yeah. Bread seemed to be a big one over
here.
here.
Shops are like apocalypto times. It was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, weird.
Bread.
Anyway,
Referee's Corner. No prizes for guessing. Hector Lombard, CB Dollaway went down at UFC 222. At the end of round 1, CB Dollaway threw a body kick that was caught by Hector Lombard. Hector Lombard landed a beautiful 1-2 combination that put Dollaway out. Unfortunately, for the second beforehand, the buzzer went. Yes. And the fight was ruled a DQ. And CB Dollaway was announced by Bruce Buffer while on a stretcher, leaving the octagon as the winner. Dan, talk us through, first of all, the decision. And then anything else that needs to go with it, and then I will disagree with anything you said. So let's go.
No, man, this is again not an easy situation for anyone to be in, whether it be a referee or a fighter on both sides. You know, obviously, like you said, Hector got the DQ because it was deemed illegal. The shots were thrown, after the bell. And just on that point, do you want to make one thing absolutely clear? And I'm going to read it off the unified rules, because a couple of people asked me where does it stand, what it is. If we look at point number 24 on the fouls, it says on the bit where it says attacking an opponent after the bell has sounded, the end of the period of unarmed combat. So it says the end of the round is significant by the sound of the bell, or sometimes the horn, and the call of time by the referee. Once the referee has made the call of time, any offensive action initiated by the fighter shall be considered after the bell should be considered illegal. Okay. So it was after the bell. Now, a lot of people are saying, should the referee have stepped in a bit more? Should he be more vocal? I don't know. That's I'm not a ref, and when watching it back again, the referee clearly did call time twice, and he made the signal as well. But the other side could be argued on the coin is that, he's countering from a kick. Sometimes as referees, we do take fighters in a good way of like, okay, I know when the bell or the horn sounds, you should stop. But at the end of the day, the guys are there to fight. Yeah. They're in the moment, they're there to throw down, and the crowd's going crazy. Do you always hear the bell? Do you always hear the horn? No, but I like to think that referee was so close in the middle of that action that you should be able to hear time or stop, etc. Whether his command would have been for you to stop. So it's a bit of a catch-22, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But also the other question is, was it intentional? Of course it was intentional. He was throwing his shots, he was intending to hurt him. But whether it was he meant to throw it after the bell? I don't know. That's another question that has to be asked. And where does it stop? What if CB Dollaway was to throw back and he didn't get caught and he threw back after the bell? Who would get penalised then? Did both of them get penalised? What happens? It is a hard one. But at the end of the day, they've made their decision. It's a DQ. Whether he's going to appeal or not, I don't know. Yeah, he is. But some people are saying it could be a no contest as well. It's a very tough one to deal with.
For me, watching it, CP Dollaway was throwing that kick the whole round. Hector Lombard was catching it and was throwing very similar combination back to it. So for me, watching it as a non-fighter, obviously, I'm going to give a few things here from fighters. But watching it, the kick was thrown in time. It lands. Hector Lombard has caught the kick and has seen an opening for a strike, he's not listening to no motherfucking bell. He ain't going, oh, hold on, I heard the 10-second clapper. Now, when you watch it, you'll see the referee acknowledges he acknowledges and go, yeah. So the referee then has 10 seconds in his mindset, so he knows it's coming. But back to Hector Lombard. Hector Lombard has caught a kick and sees the opening for a shot. By the way, what a crisp 1-2 combination, by the way. Yeah. I don't fall for the gimmick that CB heard it and stopped. He was caught. Now, my problem there is, I was speaking on a completely unopposed thing to a referee last week. So this was last week, so we know this didn't happen. He's a Muay Thai referee. And we were talking about MMA referees and on top of the action and refereeing K1 or Muay Thai. And I said, when you look at MMA, the referees are a lot further away from the action as they are to a Muay Thai fight. When you look at the likes of like a Jesse Saunders or a Daz Morris or Larborn or Wally, the lads are literally on top of the fighters as they're in action. Muay Thai fights, I'm talking. So when something happens, the lads will dive straight in and go, time. Yeah. Now, for me, I'm just going to take my headphones off a second because this guy went like this. Time!
He's over at the opposite side of the room calling time.
Now, for me, that wasn't good enough. He was the other side of the cage. He may as well have been in row Z.
That's an exaggeration. He wasn't that far away from the action.
He may as well have been.
That was a small cage as well.
Yeah. Fucking Dana White was closer to the action, and he was out the back watching Ortiz and fucking Wilder. So I thought he was too far away from the action. Now, a couple of things. Roy Nelson tweeted, from a fighter standpoint, Hector Lombard muscle memory kicked in. He did the same thing seconds before. So the question is, did he deserve a DQ? Aljamain Sterling, that 1-2 cracked after the bell, but I think it should be a no contest, not a DQ. The ref wanted no parts of stepping in between a Hector Lombard with kill in his eyes. He yelled stop 2 times instead of jumping in. We're told to fight until we get stopped or hear the bell. Ariel Hawani then said as well that Hector Lombard backstage is very upset. He thinks the ref was late to step in and believes it's on the ref to separate the action. He's not wrong. He also thinks Dollaway was looking for a way out and could have continued. Dylan Took said, legal punch, another example of a referee half-arsing his job. He should have been putting his body in the way and running, separating rather than screaming time. Fighters don't hear shit except for their corner. So a couple of examples there. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, so some of it. Look, this is again a grey area. Maybe in the rule set they also need to put out a referee, or when the referee steps in, like in between the action, is when you need to stop. Because look, at the end of the day, like I said, some referees, or even myself included, some fighters, you take the goodwill of the fighter to say, to think, okay, when you say stop, you stop. Or like in, for example, is another one in BJJ. You see it so many times. Their referees are so laid back because they rely on the goodwill of the fighter. If a fighter taps, that submission's been let go. Yeah. But I've also been to competitions where the fighter's tapped and they haven't let go because they're like, oh, the referee hasn't told me to let go, you know? Yeah. Or the referee hasn't stepped in. So it works both ways. But I don't think it was that far away, but I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. Again, I wasn't the referee in there. I wasn't the one. But another point I want to make is, again, it comes down to, did the referee see it as intentional or unintentional? Yeah. Clearly, he saw it as intentional. They meant to do that. That's why he got DQ'd. Because look, if it was unintentional, and let's just say CB could continue, he'd been assessed, boom, continue. You know, almost he'd taken 2 points away, and the fight would have continued. Or if it'd been this towards the end of at the end of the second round, would have gone. If it was a no contest, or I'm sorry, they could have also gone to the judges' scorecards as well. But I don't think. I'm going to go to the next point that people are saying that CB was looking for a way out. Come on, man. Like, who were we to sit there and go, he was looking for a way out? He didn't know what the hell had happened. You know, doctors assessed him. Again, even if he was well within his rights to go, look, man, I don't want to get hit by that. I'm done. I haven't got my wits about me. I don't want to fight. He's well and within his rights to do that.
I agree with you somewhat. Like, I don't think the fight should have been restarted. He was hurt. But he fucking hammed it up. Like, if that was in time, if that strike landed before the buzzer, he would have jumped up to his... No, just let me say my point now. He would have jumped up and went back to his stool and tried to refresh. If that fight had got stopped just before the buzzer, he would have disputed the stoppage and said, I'm fine. Instead, he got brought off in a stretcher. When have you ever seen a fighter being brought off in a stretcher for that type of knockout? Now, I'm not, for me, I thought he hammed it up. I think the fight had to be stopped.
To be fair, though, to CB Dollaway, he was under the impression, and from a lot of people, rightly so, that he got hit with an illegal strike that would drastically affect the fight itself. So why would he say, actually, I'm okay to go, when he's under the impression, I just got struck with 2 illegal strikes?
Why did he get stretched out? Come on. He hammed it.
Who can say?
But again, this goes to the same thing of like, no disrespect, but who are you to say if he was or wasn't okay?
I agree with that.
Because
I agree with that.
But how can all jokes aside, but who even I could sit there and go, look, because at one point someone said to me, look, he's smirking, he's laughing.
That's CB's face. He has that weird face.
Even if he was, he's well within his rights. He got clipped. Why would he risk it of going, all right, I'll do another 5 minutes and we'll see what happens from here.
I'm not disputing, Dan, that the fight should have been stopped. I'm not disputing that one bit. But I just think if you revert that to the fight was stopped, CB would have, as in legally in time, CB would have been disputing that stoppage. Instead, Bruce Buffer's announced him as he's being trolleyed off.
I don't know. I disagree with that one.
He wouldn't have fought, even if it was done in let's say it happened in the 3rd minute, for example, illegal shot, not them punches. I don't know, got knee to the head or whatever. He could have still gone, no, I'm done. I don't know what's happening, what's going on. He wouldn't have gone,
no, he was badly hurt. I just think DQ, I think it was too much. I think no contest.
I think it's for me. I think it's almost a lose-lose situation for everybody in that position because
but CB doesn't want to win.
But by the rule book, as Dan said, by the rule book, that's a DQ. But then
rules are there to be broken.
No, but then
I actually have a question.
But then on the other hand, it is slightly. You can say that the rules are slightly unfair to fighters in a way that potentially Hector Lombard probably didn't mean that. I don't know. It's hard. Again, that's another one thing to say that maybe he didn't mean that, but we don't know that. But it is difficult because there's that split-second decision, and it is all muscle memory.
Well, I think
but he is, to be fair though, he is a very, very experienced fighter that probably should know. And he did, like, you could hear the referee shouting on the broadcast. If we could hear on the broadcast,
there's mics on the broadcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's microphone.
Yeah,
and I genuinely think like he's in. He's seen an opening and he's not listening to
I agree with that. But then you have to
we've said it. We've had so many fighter interviews where we spoke to fighters and went, the atmosphere, you go, I don't hear anything except my corner.
What about this situation? What about if you have a guy who is leg kicking and he has 3 or 4 kicks to the bollocks, and maybe they were unintentional, but at what point do you penalise that?
Well, I think you have to, as a referee, watch your tools, you have to select your strikes.
Yeah, you have to see if it's intentional.
But sometimes
at some point you have to penalise.
Yeah, sometimes you do. I think that's different.
And you saying the fighters saying, "Oh, we only listen to our corners," but that's where in the dressing rooms or the rules you say, "Listen to my instructions at all times."
Yeah.
Regardless if you think that's part of your job as a fighter. Not only listen to your corner, you got to listen to the referee as well.
Yeah.
And it's a hard job. It's a shitty situation to be in.
Yeah.
As a referee and as a fighter on both sides. Because, it's hanging on both of them. Someone saying this one cocktailed fighting, the other one threw a illegal shot, the referee was in the right place. It's a bit of a fucking big mess, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And but it is what it is. It's a combat sport. Human errors happen, if you want to call it that. But I think the main question people need to ask, is it a DQ or is it no contest? Intentional or unintentional? And I think that can't right now be answered, I don't think.
Another point, though, can I just make one more point? Can I make a point? Another point is that how many times have you seen a fight, 2 guys are standing in range and the referee shouts finish and it's finished? Finish and it's finished. All the time.
Look at Holly Holm and Duran to me. Duran, I can't pronounce her name.
Jermaine Duran.
Remember that fight?
Yeah.
Remember that fight after the bell? That happened twice. She got hit after the bell. Holly Holm got starts, and nothing was done about it. Points weren't deducted or nothing. Now, is that a referee's fault, or was it because it was 2 different referees that had 2 different opinions? You could go on and on about it, but maybe again in the rule set is a bit of a grey area, saying that a fighter should stop after the bell or the command of the referee. Maybe they should also add in there and referee stepping in. I don't know, you know. Everyone's different because the referee, I think, has played by the rule in the sense that he has vocally said stop, time, whatever, and he's made the signal of the stop. I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, I think the referee was a little bit slow, but I still agree with the decision.
He wasn't slow. He was just fucking miles away.
Yeah, he was slow. He wasn't that far away. He was slow.
Question though, Dan. One thing I noticed as well. I'm not too sure about this because I know it's a whole commission and whatever. But the referee, Herb Dean jumped in the ring and was talking in his ear.
Oh, yeah, that was a weird one.
So, should it not be, for example, if you're working with, let's say, Sam, we'll give Sam a shout out, Sam Amidi. If you're working with Sam, something happens. Is it not Sam's decision? Let's say Sam's in the cage.
You're getting advice that you're allowed to.
No, he can. Yeah, he can. So say that happened to me, right? And I wasn't sure if it was after the bell or if it was you can, like, if illegal shot happens, sometimes I'll ask my judge. If I was in an angle where I didn't see something, on the weekend just gone, there was a groin shot. I didn't see it, but the fighter was still complaining. Ref, I got in the groin in between rounds. So I said, look, I didn't see it, that's why I didn't call time, etc. I went over to one of the judges who I knew had a perfect vision for exactly where it was, and he said, no, it wasn't a groin shot. Okay? So yeah, you can confer with the other officials. Whether I don't think they would, if this is me personally, I don't think it would have any. At the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to make that decision. I don't want any influence by them. I don't want them to tell me, oh, you should have done this or this is what you should do. I should already know what I'm doing. And I don't think that was the case with Herb anyway and this referee. I think they were just, talking about the situation. And again, so much happened. As soon as that fight finished, then all of a sudden the cornermen were coming in and the referee telling the cornermen to go out. Wasn't sure if it was going to be a 1 minute break or is he called time for the five to give him up to 5 minutes.
He called time right at the end of the round. He did. When the round ended, he actually went time.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, well, over a minute's passed. No. The referee actually called time.
Yeah.
On the one that
Can he call time in between rounds?
Again, another grey area.
Yeah.
You know, I guess you could call time for the second clock to start to have up to the 5 minutes from the foul. It's a weird one. You know, some people saying to me, would you have let him have his 1 minute in his stall and have one cornerman in and a doctor in to check him, and then if need be, do you call time afterwards before the event starts to then give him his 5 minutes? It's again all a grey area and it happened so quick. You know, but hey. But the conferring between the two referees, that's perfectly fine. One question though, I wasn't sure. Did I have instant replays?
No, there was no use. Oh no, I think there was use of instant replay, and then if they go to instant replay, they would.
See, in this situation, that's perfect as well. I think it's perfect to have a use of instant replay. But then again, if it wasn't there, that's when you start talking to other officials to get better insight.
I remember this happened before when officials communicated, and Big John McCarthy came out and said it was called polling or something, and it's perfectly legal. One thing I did think was weird though was that they were conferring, but then the camera come over to see what they were saying. They were like, "No, let's go over here and talk." I thought that was a bit weird.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan actually said, "Are we looking at something we're not meant to hear here?"
That was a bit strange.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
but all in all, do you feel DQ was the correct?
Bit of both. I said earlier, I said no. I think it could have been no contest. But looking back on it, someone pointed out a couple of things to me, and I watched it again. I thought the referee done a good job. And again, at the end of it, it is a illegal shot. But again, it's intentional, unintentional. Again, I wasn't a referee in there, so I can't comment at that time. Maybe I would have seen it differently. I don't know.
I agree. I think it should have been a DQ. I think the referee was a little bit slow, but and he wasn't that far away, but he was far enough away. But I do think it's interesting to see that a lot of the fighters are saying that it wasn't a DQ, and then everybody outside of fighters, because fighters don't want a DQ either. Like,
come here. All joking aside, not even that I'm joking. I just think some of the things I said are
being a bit egregious with the CB Dollaway comment, though.
But
hamming it up, were you? You were hamming that up a little bit, were you?
CB Dollaway doesn't want to win that way either.
No, I'm sure he doesn't.
And CB Dollaway is a good fighter. I'm not saying he wasn't hurt. He was hurt. You only have to watch the footage.
You just feel like if it wasn't a DQ, he would have tried to fight.
I think if that was,
I know what you mean. But
I think if that fight was stopped for that same punch, if that was a fight ending sequence, he would have been.
Was he told? Was he told that hey, we're DQing him?
No,
that's what I mean. He's gonna
hammer. I'd say his corner said that was a after the bell, but like still,
Yeah. Here's a quick another scenario, just quickly going back on that. During the Andrei Arlovski and Stefan Struve fight, right? The amount of times them guys called time themselves. Oh, I got poked in the eye. Oh, I got kicked in the nuts, right? Yeah. Again, remember, you can't call time as a fighter. You cannot call time. Only the referee can. Obviously, Herb felt like, okay, he's been poked in. I'm going to call time. But what if there's another referee? Andrei Arlovski turned around. Oh, ref, he's poked me in the eye. I didn't say anything. Stefan Struve throws a kick. Boom, gets knocked out. Right. Then would people going, oh, well, it was an illegal shot because he got fouled? But no, man, the referee hadn't called time. Whereas, if the referee had gone to time and then he got kicked in the head after poked in the eye, then of course, then it'd be a DQ, wouldn't it? It's not. Then you can't go, oh, it was unintentional. I wasn't sure if you called time. It wasn't poke in the eye. It's a weird one. At the end of the day, them fighters are there to listen to the referee. They go by their command.
I'll tell you, Dan, your job is very hard. Very difficult.
Pain in the arse.
Yeah. It's a fucking piece of piss. Fucking sheriff. Fucking. Oh, he wasn't in there.
Yeah.
See his eyes. Dan, thanks for clearing it up. I don't know. I just thought the ref was too far away personally, and he needs to get in amongst them. And I think, like Dan, like all joking aside, Dan, like you've stopped fights, and like you've literally wrestled guys when you've stopped fights because they're out.
Yeah.
So
listen,
like as a referee, you dive in.
But you do when you don't. Look, man, at the end of the day, you sometimes you read the fighter as well. Like I said, sometimes as referees you take the good nature of a fighter, too well. You think, okay, look, I know this guy. I know he won't go play. Not dirty is not a word I want to use. He won't hit after the bell. When I say stop, he will stop. But that's not always the case. So me personally, I'm always ready to boom, have at least half my shoulder, half my head in there. And there's been times where I've been clipped. I've been clipped in the chest, in the back. And again, was it intentional from the other fighter? No, he's thrown it and he couldn't pull it back after the bell had gone, after I stepped in. So I could never turn around and go, oh, you hit me on purpose. I'm the referee in there, but I'm always willing to put myself in that middle situation.
That's Dan just getting withdrawals from his fighting career.
From getting beaten up.
Just last point that I want to make on that. Just based on, I know we got to leave. Just based on your point of Hector Lombard not knowing the bells coming and how quick that combination was. To be fair to the referee, it goes the exact same way. He probably didn't see that combination coming either. So the fact that he didn't jump in, maybe at that point there's 1 second left. The combination came and he's like, oh shit, time. So you know what I mean? It was really, really quick. It was a split second. It was a split second. It's difficult. It was difficult on both sides.
Don't bring up a point like that and just, we're going to end it on that. Then he didn't do his job correctly and he shouldn't be in there.
But he called time. That's
Would you hire an electrician if he put all the cables in but didn't put a fuse board in? No. So
what kind of analogy was that?
But if in his job description it said, here to do, just put cables in, and it didn't mention nothing about a fuse box or anything.
Yeah.
Then of course he done his job.
Oh,
right.
You just got wrecked on that one.
And I've got cut out again. Always. You guys cut me off.
I'm just convinced.
He looks so angry.
I'm just convinced that Rob has somehow joined the Referees Association all of a sudden because he's all on side of this guy.
Oh, he's gone.
He's lost Dan. He's out. We can't lose him. We bring him back to say goodbye. But you've joined the official. Like, oh yeah, we're big fans of referee. Like,
what do you mean? No, you're a big fan.
No, because I just thought.
Are you saying I think fuck referees or something?
No, I'm not saying fuck referees. I just thought the referee.
Listen, I'm beginning to think you guys always cut me off, always ending my points here. You done it last week. Every time I come to say a last minute thing, you guys cut me off.
But no,
let Dan finish his point.
Yeah, hold on. He was finished his point.
I don't know what my point was anymore.
Because it was full of shit, Dan. That's why.
Okay.
No, I just didn't think the referee got in there quick enough. It's simple as that. Yes, the time is there. You're saying the referee mightn't have been aware of it. That's his job. He's got one job, Rob.
His job is to call time, and we think that maybe he should jump in. I said I think that he should have jumped in a bit earlier. I just mean I still agree with the decision. I prefer if he jumped in. That's what I'd say.
Yeah. Right, Dan, come on, wrap it up. Say your goodbyes.
Where's your video gone, Dan?
I don't know what's going on with my video, but hey, always a pleasure talking to you guys. And I'm looking forward to this weekend as well. We've got a Bama card.
Oh, yeah.
So, touch wood, no situations.
Yes. Well, Dan, They won't have situations because you're ready and able to do your job. And you will put half a head or half a shoulder in there, Dan. Not like the referee on Saturday.
Me aside, myself, Leon and Goddard. Leon and Goddard are two massive men anyway, so I wouldn't mess around with them anyway.
I will say that Noel's comments don't reflect Daniel Movahedi's thoughts on this, just to give a disclaimer there.
I just thought the referee, I just thought the referee could have done a better job. Excuse me that I want an official to do perfection.
Quickly, Rob.
Yeah.
This is clearly his football side coming out of him, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
When he's supporting the football, it's the ref's fault. The ref didn't call that foul.
Well, no, I've no dog in the race with Lombard or CB Dollaway. I don't, so it doesn't affect me. I just think DQ is a bit harsh. Right or wrong, people will agree with me. There's people who agree with me and people who disagree.
No, you're still there.
I know I'm here. I'm trying to get away out of here.
All right. We'll leave it there.
If it wants to cheer you up anymore, United are losing 1-0 to Crystal Palace.
There we go.
You should put a bet on that. You said it. Anyway, this is descended into madness. Thanks, Dan.
Love you and leave you. Take care.
Man. All the best.
See you later.
You have to drop him. He doesn't have a fucking clue. Coming on here. I wasn't in there. I didn't see his eyes. I know that's Daniel Movahedi clearing it up. Look, they're the rules. That's what it does. So technically the ref done enough. I think I've expressed my opinion that I thought the referee should have got in there.
Yeah.
But
I agree. I think the referee should have got in, but in the rule book it says that was a legal strike. I agree with the decision.
So Daniel Movahedi.
Thanks, Dan. That was brilliant.
The gentleman.